Hi everybody, it's Jessica Zemple with Life Checker. Today we are talking about cultivating self-worth. And this is a super important topic because I think it's universal. I think every single human across all walks of life in every part of our world is dealing with self-worth and feeling good enough. And I'm here to tell you that you actually can't build self-worth. What? That's right. You can't build it because it is already there. And all you have to do is remember that you are worthy. That's right. It's that simple. It's not easy, so we're going to talk through a couple ways that you can cultivate feeling that self-worth that is already there. But that is something I just really want you to sit with for a moment and let that sink in. There is actually nothing you have to do to create self-worth. Simply because you were born, you are worthy. You are worthy of all the miracles and the abundance life has to offer. Now, here are a number of different ways that you can help to remember how amazing you are. The first one is to stop comparing yourself to other people. That's their life. Plus, I'm guessing you don't really know all the details. I, as a life coach, get to see behind the scenes of a lot of people's lives, and I'll tell you what, even the people that look like they have it all together have things they're working on too. So if you can stop comparing yourself to other people and just really sink in and accept who you are, that's going to help you remember how worthy you are. The other part with that is stop comparing yourself to who you think you should be. We're all learning, we're all growing, we're all changing, evolving, we're making mistakes, and we're accomplishing amazing things. That's just part of the human condition. And while it's wonderful to have goals that you are going for, it's super important to love yourself for who you are today and not who you think you're supposed to be or who society is making you feel like you have to be. So really coming into this place of accepting who you are today for all your quirks and all your wonderful qualities too, that will help. The other thing to think about is negative self-talk. I know it's a topic that everybody talks about, and we do because it's all over the place. We all have these inner critics that really deplete our self-worth and our self-confidence, our self-esteem. And if you can start paying attention to what that inner critic is saying and changing it to something more supportive, more positive, that will also help you remember how amazing you are. The one way I like to do that is think about how you would talk to a 5-year-old. Yeah, you're not going to yell at them. You're not going to tell them, that they're a loser because they can't ride their bicycle yet. You're going to keep encouraging them. You're going to keep supporting them. And if you're not, then we have other things to talk about, but that will be another video. But I suspect most of you are loving and kind to 5-year-olds. And I want you to act that way with yourself. Because if you think about it, we are always learning and we're always growing and we're always going through new things. What you went through at age 15 or 35 or 55 or 105, it's different. You're a different person. There's different things going on, different variables to consider. And if you were expected to know everything already, that would be a whole different life. And that's not this life. So give yourself permission to stumble, fall, make mistakes, do things great too. And treat yourself and talk to yourself as you would a 5-year-old learning and growing, and see what that does for you. Another idea that I have for you is using this word deserve. There's times that it's probably appropriate, But I hear it in so many ways about people deserving love, deserving what's good for them. And that implies that you have to earn something, that you have to do something in order to have the gifts of this miraculous life. And what if you don't? What if they're just yours because you are here, because you are alive? And so I want you to start paying attention to when you're using the word deserve and how you're using the word deserve. And maybe, just maybe, you want to take that out of your vocabulary. And the reason that's so important is because our language is powerful. And if you can watch your language, then you can actually shift things inside of you and tap into that worthiness that is already there. So I've got a couple challenges for you. The first one is to change what you're focused on. And what that means is if you're always looking for the things that aren't going right in your life, the things that you need to improve and all these things, that's what's going to come into you. And that is going to really affect your energy and your self-esteem and your self-worth. If you can start to focus on all the things you're doing right, in your opinion, that is going to help you feel better. And honestly, if you are in some dark days and in a place of despair, I get it. I've been there. And I want you to start with something super simple, because it might be hard to even say that you're a good friend or a kind neighbor or something to that effect. You can start by focusing on the fact that you woke up today, that you got out of bed, maybe even took a shower, maybe made a good meal to eat. So if you are in the kind of the valley, in those harder days, you can do this exercise too. And I really, really encourage you to do so, because it will help you come through those dark days. I promise. The other invitation I have for you to cultivate that feeling of self-worth is sit and list 100 successes. Yep. I know that probably sounds crazy. And no matter how old you are, I know there's 100 successes you have had in your life. In fact, you could probably even focus on a single day. But I'm going to give you a whole lifetime to really sit and think about all the things that you consider a success. Maybe it was helping a parent, or going for the promotion, or calling a therapist. There's so many different things that can be considered success, and you are the one that gets to define it. So really take the time. It may take more than one sitting to list 100 different things, but see where that goes. See how you feel as you're doing it. Maybe it's super hard in the beginning and starts to get easier. Maybe it's easy in the beginning and starts to get harder. Maybe it's always easy. I don't know. Only you know. And I really encourage you to go for it and try that and see what happens. The last thing I have is a request for you. And that is for you to share with me in the comments some of the ways that you have cultivated your self-worth and remembered how spectacular or shucktacular that you are. You see, I'm always learning, I'm always growing, and with your wisdom, it helps me and it also helps the community. So I know many of you watching this video have a lot of really great ideas. So please share them with this community. We all need your wisdom. We all need your love and support, and you have mine. So here we are. There's no way you can build self-worth. It's because you already are worthy. It's because it's already within you, and you just have to remember. Remove the stories that you've collected over time telling you that you're not worthy, and see what happens. See how much more your pearl will shine.
You can get my book, Shuck This Way, for free today at www.lifeshucker.com/shuck-this-way for all my coaching tips and tricks to help people shuck their shells open and shine their pearls.